with the Creativity Cave. It's Monday again. It's the best day of the week, right? I don't know if you think that. Hopefully you do. And hopefully I can make your Monday just a teensy bit better. I'm like scooching backwards so I can get myself some Stampin' Lips. I'm going to put this one on, but I think it might be too bright, so we might need to tone it down. We'll see. Ooh, Cheryl said they've got 8 inches of snow. Oh my goodness. We had a very unexpected snowfall over the weekend. She's bright right here, girls. Whew. And it pretty much is now melted, but it was like, oh my gosh. And this is funny. So Carl had a meet on Saturday, and he got stuck in our neighborhood. We live on a cul-de-sac. And there we go. Pretty bright. He got stuck. And of course, now personally, I think it's really important that you prepare yourselves ahead of time. You know, when you see that it snowed quite a few inches, you might leave early, right? Oh no. He got super, he left super close to when he was supposed to, and then he got stuck in the driveway, or not stuck in the driveway, but stuck in our cul-de-sac. And long story short, Andy had to get him out, and our neighbor had to help push the car, and it was a whole thing. Everybody made it. It was fine. And the snow is now gone, which is even better. So I know, I think on like Groundhog's Day, like it was a spring is short, right? Or I don't know, whatever the saying is. Not so much. It's been like warm, then cold, then warm, then cold. Freezing rain, rain, snow. Anyway, it's just been fun. But luckily his meet was indoors. However, his first outdoor meet is this week, and fingers crossed that it's not going to be freezing. I keep meaning to check what the weather is for his meet, but I am hoping that it's not going to be freezing cold. I was looking on my calendar. The weather's not there, Dina. Oh dear. Sometimes I wonder about myself. Let's see what it says for Thursday. Ooh, 56, but a 40% chance of rain. Nice. That should be fun. So anyway, I am looking forward to having a great track season, though. I think I'm hoping it'll be good. So anyway, welcome everybody. I've got a few things to share with you, and then a bunch of cards to share because I forgot to share them last week. I was all discombobulated telling my stories of my trip to the home office last week, which was just so much fun. But I hope that you guys are excited to... I'm just cleaning up a little. I hope that you guys are excited to stamp with me today. I've got, here we go. I've got a few good projects for today's. I'm excited. Oh, at first glance, you thought my necklace was cleavage. Nope, not today, although I could probably produce some. It's not. I can totally see what you mean though, Debbie. That's funny. It's my necklace. It's okay. Is that a Christmas tree? Yeah, it's got my winter gnomes. And you know what? There was snow on the ground yesterday. I'm sticking with it. It is yes, it's a Christmas tree, but I love having it in my office, and I have dreams to put something a little springier on there. In fact, maybe we could make something today. So anyway, it is a Christmas tree, but I could decorate it for all the seasons. I'm just saying. So anyway, oh, I have to tell you one more quick story because this is kind of funny. I had a celebrity sighting. It was this weekend, and it was at Carl's track meet, and it was somebody who recognized me. My husband and I got quite a kick out of it, and it was just so sweet. So, one of my customers lives in Dubuque, where Carl's meet was, and her daughter recognized me from my videos and my website, and so I just giggled because she introduced herself, which was wonderful. I'm so glad she did, and I don't know if she recognized me or she could hear me screaming for Carl. Either way, but I'm giggling because my husband turned to me and he's like, "You're kind of a big deal." So anyway, I'm giggling about that. So anyway, Deb, it was really cute that your daughter came up to say hi, and she's adorable. And I hope whoever she was there watching did well. So there you go. That was pretty fun. So let's. I hope you guys all find that kind of fun and silly. I do. I gotta tell Barb and Kelly about it because Kelly, her favorite line is to say that she's kind of a big deal online. I mean, like, there could be dozens of people who know who I am across this planet. I'm just being silly. Anyway, all right. So I have a couple of, like I said, some really great cards. And then I have cards to share that have come in my mailbox, a bunch of cards. And then of course I've got some classes up. So anyway, oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. I am a normal, a regular person who happens to do YouTube lives. It's like any other friend you have. That's all. All right. So today is a great day to stamp, don't you all think? Well, I had a really fun time actually prepping for our projects, and I hope that you're gonna like them. One of them is super simple because sometimes I feel like I don't want to say carried away, but maybe carried away. Not carried away, but sometimes even the most seasoned of stampers needs an easy card once in a while, right? So hopefully we're gonna do that today. All right. So first of all, welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. If you could give me the thumbs up, that would rock. The YouTubers, or I should say the YouTube, they really like it when you like my videos. So there you go. How is Andy doing? He's pretty good. He's kind of good till he's not, and then there we go. So but right now he's fine. So thank you so much for asking. He's just doing his thing. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Oh, here's an interesting question. Do I use more stamps than dies on my cards? I think it really depends. It really just depends. Dies are such an integral part to what we're doing because we have both. I would take a punch all day long, any day of the week. But the reason I say that is because I think so much in terms of prepping for classes. And so I love that punches are easy and quick, right? Die cutting, though, gives you such amazing results. And actually, you're going to see all of that today. So I think at the heart of everything, though, stamps are the most important thing, right? That's the heart of what we do is stamps. That's the basis of everything. But that is such a good question. I would say that it really just depends. But I think plenty of stamps, and then dies, just the way Stampin' Up! Has everything coordinating. I love that part. And I think that's one of the reasons I've stuck with Stampin' Up! And stamping all these years is our products coordinate so well, and I love that part of it. It makes it easy to create with them when we have those coordinating things. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. That's a good question though. Okay, so I'm gonna flip my camera and then show you all my goodies, all the things, and then we're gonna have fun. Yay! Okay. Okay, Robin said, Sunshine and Creativity delivered. When does that usually get sent to email? I have a box, but no instruction. Robin, I mentioned that the email is coming out today. I'm hoping to finish it. I kind of got a little carried away with my bonus projects. And by bonus projects, I did a bonus video and then I had a whole bunch of projects, and it's taking me forever to watermark all of them. So I'm hoping to, I didn't quite finish the PDF before I had to come on live here today, but I'm hoping to get it out yet today, if not first thing tomorrow morning, because it's almost done. It depends on how hungry my kid is when he comes home from practice. So, okay, I'm gonna flip my camera and let's get started. Also, can I just say, I don't know like what I did with this eye, but I like got way too much there. I don't know if I like didn't look in the mirror before I came down here, but it was kind of funny. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna flip my camera. Ah, Jenna, hugs, my friend. That's my virtual hug too. I miss you. Okay, so here we go. Monica says she thinks if she saw me in person, she would freak out. Monica, no. You would not freak out. We would have the best time together, though, that's for sure. We would giggle and it would all be good. Okay, so I've got a big old stack of cards to share with you today. So this first one, let me see. I think I remember who this one was from. Oh, Anne. Oh, so sweet. Anne is on my team, and she sent me a sweet card to thank me for some happy mail she received. You are so welcome, Anne. Here's another super cute and super simple card. This one is from one of my team members, Greta, and I just loved how cute this card is. I think this is a Memories and More card. This is a fun card. This was one of our winners for a challenge. Honestly, I'm not even sure if this was one of my challenges or one of our Stamp Happy Academy challenges. I think one of our Stamp Happy Academy challenges. Anyway, she won a stamp set. And how fun was this? I really like this card. So thank you so much, Teresa. Here is another cute card. This one is from Cindy, who sends the best cards. By the way, Cindy, I'm really sad to share this with you, but she sent me this cute little thing, but it came broken. The post office can be a little, how do we say, not nice, but I love the thought. Never forget the difference you make, and how sweet is that? So it was like a little ornament, but it came kind of all broken up. But thank you so much, Miss Cynthia. I appreciate it so much. Here's another cute card. Look at this. This is our current challenge that's going on right now. This is one of my team members, Anne, and look at how cute this is. So our challenge is in my Stamping with the Creativity Cave Facebook group. You can see there's a link in the description of our video here. I have a monthly card challenge, and it's to make this zigzag pocket card. And this is a super cute card that Anne sent to me, and I just love it. And thank you, by the way, for your very kind message, Anne. I just love this one. So cute. And look at how cute this card is. So lucky to call you friend. This is from Brenda, who's on here. She sends the best cards. I am so grateful. Somebody's got to go change the 3D printer. I set an alarm because I've been printing a bunch of stuff for our watercolor stamp camp boxes, and my timer is telling me I should change the 3D printer. That's okay. I'll stay with you. Look at this beautiful card. This one came to me from Carol, who's on my team as well. I think she must have won a prize, but I just love this card with the shimmer paper. Isn't that pretty? And then this is the This is the two-tone Flora bundle, the die from that. So pretty, pretty, pretty. Oh, very nice. Here's a really pretty card, and I had to show you this because I love the envelope too. But oops, this is from Kathy, who recently joined my team, and she sent me just the kindest message in here, by the way. But look at this fun card. So she has these little strips, and she just folded them over and then put them together. And look at how fun that is. Isn't that just the coolest? I loved this. So thank you so much, Kathy. And thank you for the kind message. I really appreciate it. Here's another card. This is an oldie but goodie. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is a celebration set from many, many years ago. I just love this though. This is from Debbie. And thank you, Debbie. You had just the most beautiful message in here too. I really appreciate it. So kind of you. Another beautiful card. This one features the watercolor shapes, right? Yeah, watercolor shapes, I think. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe this is just, actually, I take that back. I think this is just tape. This is the, like when you use the masking tape technique into ink. Oh, fun, fun, fun. And this is from Brenda. She is a doll. She sends great cards to me. So thank you so much, Brenda. She's on my team as well. Here is another beautiful card. I believe that's a little watercolor action, my fave. And this is from Karen, who's on my team, and she's just the sweetest. So thank you so much for thinking of us, and thanks for your prayers, Karen. I'm so grateful. Another beautiful card here. This is from one of my faves, the Poppies. And this one is from Susie, who's on my team as well. So thank you so much for thinking of me, Susie. Here's a really cute card. This is kind of like a fun fold. I'm not sure. Maybe it goes like that. I don't know. But how cool is that? I think I've seen, I think this is a design from Sue Campfield. So this is from, oh yes, this, oh my gosh, this was another really, really sweet card from Anne English, again, on my team. So thank you so much, Anne. I love this. Sending a big honkin' thanks. That's so sweet. This reminds me of somebody else on my team, by the way. Anyway, that's a long story. So here's another cute thank you card. This one is from Joy, who I think I saw on here. Joy's the best. She was sending me a thank you card for some happy mail she received as well. And oh, here's a really fun one. This is, I don't know what this is. I'm not sure if this is, I'm not sure what this is. Maybe this was from a kit or something. I'm not sure if it's Stampin' Up! Or not. I like it though. So cute. But this is from Janice and I just love it. So cute. Isn't that fun? I don't know. What is this from? Do we know? I'm a little embarrassed that I'm not 100% sure. It might be a paper pumpkin. I'll be honest. I'm a little behind on my paper pumpkin. And then look at this beautiful card. I love this. These are from that Celebration Designer Series paper called Favored Flowers. And this is from Cindy, who is just the best. She's a longtime customer and a team member of mine, and I love this card. Thank you so much, Cindy. Thanks for the really sweet note, too. And one more from another team member, Susan, who's on my team, and I love this. She said, I had to giggle at being reminded that I'm a part of your team because we know other than shopping at a discount, I'm non-participatory. And you know what? I love that you're a part of our team, Susan, whether you are all crazy and active on our page or just a little lurker in the background. I'm glad that you're part of our team, and I hope you love being a part of Stampin' Up! With us. So thank you. Thank you all so much for these wonderful cards. I really appreciate them, and I really, really appreciate all the kind messages you guys have been sending. It means so much. And it's nice to it just makes the world a little smaller to know that things are shared with others. So thank you all so much. All right. So a few things happening. First of all, let's see. Let me get my papers in order because they're out of order right now. I'm not going to even lie. Okay. So, all right.
first and foremost, I have a special going on right now through April 3rd that if you spend $75 or more in my online store, you can get a mystery grab bag of goodies sent to you as a thank you gift with a purchase of $75. You need to use the host code. And the more you spend, the bigger your goodie bag will be. So if you're worried about missing on Stampin' Rewards because we're doing this, you have to use the host code, I promise you, I'm going to send you more than Stampin' Up will give you. The mystery bag is going to have all kinds of fun stuff, including handmade cards. Every bag will have handmade cards in it from me. And like I said, this is through April 3rd. And if you have any questions, just holler. Now, you'll also get my All-Star tutorial PDF, which I'll mention here in just a minute as well. But this is a great deal. Now, let me just tell you, because we have to talk about this for just a brief moment. So the discontinued lists are coming out on Wednesday. And they will be announcing what is retiring from the annual catalog, I believe, and the mini catalog. And those lists are going to include discounts. Now, here's the deal. Some of the items being retired will be available at a discount, and some will not. Typically, those discounts are based on inventory. So if they have a whole bunch of something, it's going to be discounted. If they have a little teeny bit of something, it will not be discounted, just so you know. All the things associated with the retirement list are while supplies last. Now, those discounts won't actually start until April, I think 4th. Yeah, April 4th. So if there's something you want, i.e. colors, like the outgoing in colors, that would be the polished pink, pale papaya, that group. So if you want any of the items associated with those colors, please order them now while supplies last, because some things have already sold out. For instance, I noticed that the soft succulent blends, the blends, not the ink pad or anything, but the blends are sold out, gone. All right. So that's a key that color will not be returning, just so you know. The Subtles Designer Series paper that has already sold out and is gone forever. But don't worry, there's going to be new patterns of it coming in the new catalog. They always retire those and bring back new ones every year. So if you love Subtles, don't worry. Let's see. So if you want refills of any colors or cardstock packs of any colors, I would order those now so that you don't miss out on them. I'm just giving you all of the information. Somebody's asking what time on Wednesday will they announce? So it will go live, I believe, at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, Stampin' Up time. So 1 p.m. in Stampin' Up is 2 p.m. here. And it's really we'll get the information. I will send the information out as soon as humanly possible. So watch for an email about that coming up on Wednesday from me. Okay, so there we go. That is my 2 cents about things retiring. Don't wait on the colors. So we also have a color refresh coming, which means some of our colors in the kind of core 48, the brights, the neutrals, the regals, the subtles, some of those colors will be retiring, and some in colors that were previously went through their 2-year cycle, some of those will come back, as well as some brand new colors. So it's all very exciting. So stay tuned for that. But if you want anything, get it while you can. Okay, I have something I'm just giddy about coming up that I hope that you can join us for. The Watercolor Stamp Camp 2, or I'm actually calling it 2023, just so it's easy to figure out, is coming up. If you are not part of this event, oh my gosh, run, don't walk, and register. The registration link has been emailed to my list of emails a couple times. If you're not on my email list, just drop me an email. The link is in the description of this video to my email, and I will send you the registration. It's going to be an incredible event. I actually have finalized most everything now, and I'm so excited about it. It's really going to be a great event. And whether you are new to watercoloring or you have been watercoloring for a long time, I think you're going to really enjoy this event. I've been watercoloring for like literally 25 years, and I've been learning so much stuff in just the last year or so. It has also been kind of like my mental health activity. So obviously stamping is my hobby, but it's also my job. And so I love doing this. I love doing this kind of as a escape, I suppose. Watercoloring, that is, and I'm so excited to share it with you. Now, I did do a watercolor stamp camp 1 last year. Now, if you didn't participate in that, you can add it on at a discount. If you did it and you're worried like this one is going to be the same, it's not. There will be a little bit of review at the beginning, but the vast majority of it is all new content. And then, like I said, if you want last year's and you weren't part of it, you can add it as a discount to this one. If you're not sure, you can do this completely separately, but I do recommend it because it was a pretty awesome event. If you've ever taken in a class from me, let's just say this is like ultra supersized. I put a lot into this because it's like a passion of mine, and our second one is no different. In fact, I was like, okay, I gotta stop because like my video list is, I think it's at 20. So anyway, but there's such good lessons. Anyway, I love it, love it, love it. I hope you will join us. We're getting close to selling out of boxes. So if you would like a box, and I highly recommend the box version, make sure you get registered. And again, just holler if you have any questions. This week I have 2 classes coming out, and they're both amazing. The Petal Park online class is the one I do with my besties, Barb and Kelly, and our projects are adorable. If you would like to get a packet, you can get one from me, as well as the the Creativity to Go kit, which features the sea turtle stamp set, and we made a super cute card with this last week. And so yeah, and then of course I also have my all-star tutorial, which you get for free with a $50 purchase in my online store. So yay. All right, that was a lot to talk about. I think it's time to stamp. All right, so we're going to do a little watercoloring today because well, hello, it's the best. And this I'm going to use, and I'm about 98% sure that the set, which has been out of stock, is now back in stock. In fact, I meant to check that right before we came on live. But this is the Queen Bee, and I'm just going to look this up super duper uber quick to tell you if it's in stock, because I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway, this is one of the $1 Million stamp sets this in our mini catalog, and it's one that I have wanted to use for a while. It's also one that makes me giggle a little bit because I know somebody, I'm not gonna call out any names, Barb, but she's kind of triggered by bees. She's had some bad experiences, let's just say that. But I'm pretty excited about my card today, and it's really, really fun. So I'm going to start with the bee. And I want to take and stamp that bee on some watercolor paper. So I'm going to use my Versamark, and I need my Embossing Editions toolkit, which if you guys don't have this thing, can I just tell you, I use this like almost every time I stamp. It's pretty awesome. And I'm not even a huge embosser of things, but I use it quite a great deal. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp my bee on here, and I'm giving it good pressure, nice even pressure, and I'm also just giving it a second for the ink to transfer to the watercolor paper because it's a really intricate design. Then I'm going to take my black embossing powder and we'll sprinkle some of that on here. Ooh. Okay. So there we go. Oh, look at how cool that is. So fun. All right. Next, we're going to heat this baby up. And once it melts, we're going to watercolor. I'm a big fan of watercoloring. And I love how pretty this is. I'm just making sure I got it all, because it's no good if you watercolor something that's not melted. Okay, I think I've got it all. All right. So what I want to do is take some yellow ink. I'm going to do Crushed Curry. Crushed Curry is actually my favorite yellow ink to watercolor with because it's a really nice, vibrant color. I just like it for this. And so I want to, here we go. I'm going to take and use my wide water painter, whatever this thing is called. Okay, and I'm just going to add some water and paint over this. Okay, I don't want it even. I don't even want it even. I'm just adding some color. Okay. Now I squeezed the ink pad to my lid, all right, to get the color in here. But if you don't have the hand strength to do that, then all you really got to do is take a block, preferably clean. Just saying, clean is probably best. Ink it up just like that, and then you can pull the ink off from there, okay? And I really want this to be uneven. So you can see there's lighter areas, darker areas, a little bit of everything, a little bit of water here and there. There we go. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now, we need to let this dry. So I'm going to set that aside. Hopefully it will dry by the time we're ready to come back to it. Okay, next up, what I want to do is take some of the fun images in here. We've got this cool border. We've got a little like backgroundy words. We've got a pretty little floral. We've got all these pieces. So let's take and put those together in kind of a collage-y fashion. Now, I always thought that collage cards had to be fancy and special. That's not true. They don't. Anybody can make a collage card if you give it a try. Okay, so I'm going to start with a black card base because that's just going to make everything really pop. And then I'm going to take a piece of crumb cake. Woo! Had a hard time putting that word together for some reason. I've got a 4 by 5 1/4 each of crumb cake and my crushed curry. And what I want to do is just take and rip these two pieces. Okay, so I'm going to rip a little piece off in the corner here. And when I tear towards me, I get this pretty look. Okay, and then this way, like that. Okay, so what that did is it's just going to give me some sections peeking out of my color back here. Okay, so we're going to hold on to both of these pieces. We're going to stamp on both of them. I am going to check up on some questions. Michelle says, water painters no longer release water regardless of how hard you squeeze. Michelle, don't you worry about that. You can certainly call Stampin' Up, but I actually don't use my water painters by squeezing them anymore. And the reason is because I can't control the water as well. And Michelle, I feel like you are signed up for my watercolor stamp camp. I feel like you might be. If you are, we're going to totally cover that in the stamp camp. If not, just drop me an email and I'll give you some tips to help you with that. Okay, so let's get back to our card. Now, I'm going to take some crumb cake ink, which is the same color as my cardstock, and that kind of little collage-y, wordy stamp. And that is official terminology, collage-y, wordy. And I'm just going to stamp it a couple times there, going off the edge. Stamping it a little differently because I don't want it to look all lined up. So we'll cover. Now we're going to cover this with a B pretty soon, so it won't be too bad. But I just want to add some interest to the background of my card. All right, I'm also going to take, and there's a border stamp in here, which is really cool. I love this border actually kind of a lot, and I want to take and stamp it in some black ink. Now, I was going to use Memento, but here's the thing with Memento. It's a water-based ink pad, and it's not super opaque, so I want to use some StazOn instead, because I think it will be more true black, and it'll just look better on my card. I'm going to pull in a little bit of my grid paper here so I can stamp. And you can see on the background, we've already got some started. So I'm going to do that right there. And oh, this already looks better. And I'm going to show you because I've got the one I practiced on beforehand. And I did actually work on this card ahead of time to make sure it would come out good. All right, so there's the second one. I just overlapped those in the corner. And I'm hoping that what y'all are going to say to me is, oh my gosh, Dina, I didn't even know about this stamp set. I wasn't even thinking about it, but your card was so amazing. I have to get it now. And if that's the case, you should order it through my online store. I'm just saying. Okay, so I'm going to do basically the exact same thing in this corner, like that. All right. Ooh, doesn't that look cool? Now let's compare this. This one right here was done in Memento ink. And do you see how it's just not as opaque? This is really opaque black. This is kind of watery black, if you will. So I just liked the more opaque look of StazOn. All right, there you have it. Now I've got this panel of crushed curry, and I want to put some stamping in those areas, but I don't want it to be too much, right? So here's a couple of ideas. I've already got this bee inked up in my Versamark, so I thought I could put a little bee kind of in the corner here. It's in Versamark, so it's not going to be too bright. It'll just show up a little bit in that area. And then down here, I've got we've got a floral image. Now this one I want to be a little darker, so I'm going to use my crushed curry ink pad. That just will show up a little darker than the Versamark will. Okay, and I just have that kind of going off the edge. You can see the difference there. Now to kind of fill this up and match the colors of ink, because you can see we don't want it all to be, we want it to kind of match, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to pull one of this little kind of dotty image out, and I'm going to stamp that in some, that is crushed curry, so it's a little darker. And then we also have, as soon as I can find it, here we go, this little single flower. So I'm going to kind of go over the top on here a little bit as well. Okay, so that's plenty going on here. And actually, maybe I might even go, I'm not liking how I did this corner. So I think I'm going to redo it. And I'm just going to put this right here. And then I'm actually going to ink this up and put my B right there. Okay, and I like that better. It was getting to be too busy. All right, so that looks good. See, you can change your mind. Okay, so we've got that. I'm excited. Now, I think we've talked long enough. Oh, this is still a little bit wet. We might have to zap it. Now, when you're using your heat tool on something you've previously embossed, you want to be a little careful because you don't want to emboss it again. Meaning you don't want to remelt it, because once you've watercolored on something, sometimes that will make it look weird, for lack of a better explanation. And that is still pretty wet. Okay, so I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to re-emboss my bee, but I do sure want to dry this before I go to die cut it. Okay, I think we're about there. So what I'm going to do is take and run this through my machine. We've got the die that will die cut our bee, and let's just get this on here all lined up real nice like so. And then I'm going to grab this Post-it, pardon my head, because after all that work we got to make sure it comes through nice, right? And then I'm also going to die cut, there's a couple of little flowers in here. I'm going to die cut this, this is the larger of the two, right over in this kind of extra area that we watercolored. Okay, I'm going to run these through my machine and let's put our card together. Okay. And oh, good, it cut through. I was a little worried. Oh, and it's perfect. Makes me so happy. All right, so we've got this beautiful bee. I love that the coloring is not even. That's exactly what I wanted. And we're going to put that on our card, and we're going to save that flower. All right, we're also, I die cut ahead of time, so y'all didn't have to wait for me. A couple pieces. I've got that little leaf. There's a single leaf and kind of a, I don't know, a half wreath leaf, if that makes sense. And I die cut both of these out of scraps of black. So we're going to add both of these to our card. And oh, I just love the look. Okay, so I'm going to take and glue dot this down. Probably. And I might even put just a little, I'm too lazy to pull out my my glue, my silicone craft sheet. So I'm just going to put a couple dabs of glue on the ends here just to help tack this down onto my card. And then pull that glue dot off and sort of tuck it. We're going to pretty much cover it, so it's not critical. So we'll throw that on here like so. And then we're going to pop our bee up onto the top of this. And oh, I already love it. Now bees, as it turns out, are kind of fun, and they've been pretty popular over the years. Whenever we've had a bee card, it's been surprisingly popular, in my opinion. I had no idea people like bees so much, so that's fun. Okay, so now I'm going to attach this with some seal to our panel here. And I'm also going to do a little bit of what's the word? Distressing. I'm going to carefully take my snips and run the edge of my cardstock. Woo, see, because that can happen. That's okay. It's just all part of the look. We've already torn a part of this, so it's all good. I had to giggle. I used to have a gal in my team. She'd make cards for her mom and her mom's friends, and her mom's friends were like, "Oh my gosh, she gave me a bad card. It was ripped." when it was, you know, intentionally ripped, which I still to this day makes me giggle. Okay, so now we've got this panel and we can attach this right here. Oh, I am loving this. But I feel like I need a little something right here. So I think I'm going to take some of my black twine. This is from the Essentials twine pack. And just tie a little bit of this on here. And you could do a bow or not, whatever you're feeling. It doesn't really matter. And okay, I can tie a bow. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Sometimes it's really hard to do that on camera. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so there we go. And I like that. It just kind of fills out this kind of empty bottom space. I could certainly have stamped more on here, but I didn't, you know, kind of like our other side here. I didn't want it to get too busy, you know. Okay, now if any of y'all were thinking I probably should spritz this, you're right, of course I will. Oh my gosh, don't you worry. I promise to deliver on that. Okay, I'm not quite ready to attach it to my card, and I'll the reason is because we're going to spritz. But we want to make the inside of this card just as pretty, okay? So on the inside, we are going to do another panel of our crumb cake. Or actually, maybe I was trying to toss around this idea. So you tell me which one I should do. I could do the crumb cake panel for the inside of my card, or I could do the white panel and add those two corners that I ripped off. So should I do the crumb cake or the white? You tell me in the comments below which one you think would look better inside our card here, and let me know. Okay. White, crumb cake. White, cream. I hear you, Joy. White, crumb cake, white. Okay, I'm going to go with white. Ooh, crumb cake is coming back in. I think I'm going to go with white. I hear you strong, very vanilla people. But we're going to do white because I have it. Okay, so I'm going to take and adhere my corner pieces. How fun is this? Now, here's one reason I like the white is it's just easy to write on, right? And it'll be, I think, really nice, whatever we decide. But I do think this is kind of fun. And it really kind of goes with the, with the card. It's very fun. Okay, now I have also prepared for us some, the die cut pieces that we're going to add to this. Okay, so I think I'm going to put that up here. And then down here, we've got our sentiments, which will be happy birthday. Okay, and I think I'm going to do that in StazOn. And I'm going to do them a little bit at an angle, just like in case I don't stamp them straight, because then it's like it was meant to be that way. So happy birthday. Okay. Oh, perfect. And then I gotta clean this stamp off real quick. Hold on. Let me get my chamois. Okay, so I'll put a that right there. and let's see, a queen or a crown right there. Okay. And then over here, I'm going to clean this off again real quick. Oops. And then I'm going to stamp some crowns in crumb cake in the background. Real light, especially because my crumb cake pad really needs to be re-inked. Okay, so I've got some crowns up there, and then we'll put our flower and our little branch over the top. As soon as I find my glue dots. Okay. And this is what I'm looking for. Boom. So we'll put that right there, and then this right over the top. And I love carrying the watercolor kind of theme to the inside of our card. How fun is that? Okay, now I mentioned I haven't done my, where's my lid? Here we go. I haven't done my spritzing yet, and it's because I want to spritz both at the same time. Okay, so this will go on the outside of my card, but I'm going to hold these together. I'm going to close my yellow ink pad, and then we're going to spritz our card together. Oop, wrong marker. Whew, that was an oldie. All right, here we go. So I've got spritz on the inside and spritz on the outside. Oh, she looks fabulous. I'll pull this up so you can see, but we're for sure going to spritz with some of our clear ink Estella as well. So I'm just smacking that on. And there is my card. Okay. And then we'll put this right over the top. Oh, it's so pretty. So I hope you like this. It really came together quite easily. And, you know, don't be afraid to turn your paper over. Don't be afraid if you, especially on a card like this, if you rip it, like, that's all right. It's like it was meant to be that way. No problemo. So there we go. How fun is this? Oh. All right. Oh, you were saying my crumb cake. It's the color, the label has really changed over the years. I don't know how long I've had that, but for quite a while, and the crumb cake label's all goofy. But oh, so fun. So I hope you love this. It is really pretty easy. Francie said that's a Shelley card. That makes me feel good because she would be deserving of such a card. Yes. I really like the way this one turned out. So I was also thinking about putting a crown in black right up here. What do you guys think? Should we put one right there? Because I don't really have a sentiment on the front of my card. What do y'all think about the crown on top in black? Should we do that? Say yes, crown. Do the crown or something about a crown. Yes. And Debbie says no. Okay. Anyone else? Yes. Debbie, I'm sorry. They're all saying yes. Oh, some people are saying no. Okay. Oh my gosh. The stress. Okay. Well, now the no's are really coming in hard. So I'm going to say no. I will do, what do you call that? Democracy. Democracy wins. I feel like there's no more no's than yeses, and I'm not going to take the time to count. So there we go. All right. So there it is. But the crown is right there on the inside. So fun. Okay. All right. So that was our first card. Now, this was the Putsy card of the group today. Our next card is going to be very easy and quick. I just got to clean my area off. I got stuff everywhere. Okay, next up, put that away so we can get our dies back on here, and I think we're good to go. All right, So next up, we are going to I'm going to do a really easy card. So this one is something that, well, I just wanted something really simple and easy and fun. So I hope that you will agree that that is what this is. Now, actually, I might even do two versions of it because I could do it super simple and fun or a little bit busier and fun, for lack of a better description. All right, so first off, I'm going to start with a piece of cardstock. And I'm going to take and trim this cardstock to 3 by 9 inches. No, 4 by 9 inches. Sorry. I'm like, that's not right. 4 by 9. Okay. So there's 4. And then here comes 9. And then I'm going to score at 3 and 6 inches. Okay, so there's 6 and 3. Okay. Then I think this was actually supposed to be 4 1/4, but that's okay. We're gonna go with it. Okay, so I did this in black. We're gonna do the busy, or well, yeah, we're already started, so we'll do the busy one first. Okay, so this is gonna be on our card like so. And then I'm gonna need a piece that is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 to fit on here. Okay, and you can do 3 of these, actually, like so. 3 pieces. And on each of them, I'm going to do a little stamping. Okay, so on the first one, and by the way, I'm going to use the Petal Park stamp set, which, shameless plug, I have an online class coming out for this week. All right, but I do really like this set. It is one of my favorites. Okay, so let's flip this over so it's not too crazy. Now, we're also going to use one of my favorite colors, Coastal Cabana. The big question is, will it stay or will it go? And then I'm going to combine this with probably one of my other favorite colors, Mango Melody, and Granny Apple Green. So this is one of my favorite color combinations right here. I love these 3 colors because they're just so fun and happy. All right, so I'm going to start with just stamping half of this little image right here. Okay, and I'm going to do it kind of in the corner like that. Okay, so I just have a little bit right here, and that will be probably for this part right here. Then I'm going to do both of these. I'm looking for my sample and I can't find it, and I'm trying to remember what I did. So bear with me as I try and get this done without my sample. Just inking this up with my Granny Apple Green, the whole thing, like so. Okay, there we go. Then we're going to leave this one as is for just the time being. Then what I need to do is add my outline images. Now you can add these if you want, or you can leave them without. It's kind of up to you. I think on the front one I'm going to add them, but on this one I think I'm going to leave it off. Just to give a little bit of variety. So I will ink these up with, gosh darn it, I love the StazOn because it's so crisp and black. It's just, she looks good with the StazOn, I'm not gonna lie. It is kind of my fave ink. Okay, There we go. That didn't stamp very well. That's the bummer about StazOn. So we might have to flip this one over and try again. But that's all right. You gotta be ready to commit. So we'll do the StazOn first, and then the green second, and it'll be a little easier because this color we can mess around with a little longer. It won't dry out the way StazOn does. Okay. Ooh, now here's oh no, we got it. Boom. Ha! Perfection. Okay. So as mentioned, I wanted to use my two favorite colors on here, of course, paired with Granny Apple Green. So I want to take and stamp each of these a couple times on some scrap of white, which I had a piece. There we go. Okay. And I want to punch these out. So I'm going to take my punch and look at it so that I punch it correctly. And you'll see what I mean here in a second. Sorry, I'm jiggling everything. So when I turn this over, I can see that I want to orient it so that my largest stamp mentions or is oriented right. Oh, goodness. Having a hard time talking too, not going to lie. Okay, so I'm going to ink this up really well with my Mango Melody. Okay. And then I'm going to clean it off real good and ink it up with my Coastal Cabana. And then we're going to wait till we find out what colors are staying and what colors are going on Wednesday. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to find that out. I might know some of it, but I can't tell you. I've been sworn to secrecy. They said I'd have to give you my firstborn if I told you. And I tried to convince them to do my secondborn, but they said, nope, firstborn. She's off the payroll. I can't give her up now. Or I should say she's just about off the payroll. All right. So here we have all of these beautiful flowers. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is kind of decorate this. And oh, you know what? Shoot. I wanted to stamp the black. All right. So we might do this once more. I did this without adding the black. Darn it. Here we go. Once more, in case you missed it. But don't worry, we'll use the pieces we haven't done yet on another card, and it'll all be fine. Because remember, we're going to do a super simple one after this. Okay. All right, so here we are stamping once again. And look at how easy it is to stamp when you've done the detail first. It's really simple. So that's lovely. We'll ink this up really good again. Stamp it down. Line it up. Oh, magnificent, if I may. Sometimes I have to give myself affirmations. Because I've already messed up. You're a good stamper, Dina. It's okay. All right. Here we go. Now we've got the detail ones. So I like both versions, by the way. You really can go either way. But gosh, I really love all those details. All right. So now what we're going to do is kind of pop this up and make this pretty. Now you could certainly add more colors if you wanted, because like you can see, I'm using my Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to throw this medium one in with a glue dot here with Mango Melody. And we'll put that kind of over here. There we go. So like that is coming out of it. And then I'm going to stick my other one in here. Now, if you wanted to add a fourth color to this color combo, you certainly could. Suggestions for that would be Melon Mambo or Positively Pink. I think pink would be really cute with this. Or purple. I think Highland Heather or Fresh Freesia would also look pretty nice with these. So there's a couple of options for you. Okay, so we've got that. Now this is going to go on our front layer right here. And it's oh so cute. Gosh, I wish I could find my sample because I feel like I'm not doing this exactly how I had it, but I could be wrong. And look, you guys, I've now twice flipped something over. So I hope you know it is okay to do that, and everybody does at one time or another. All right, now I've got all these extra flowers I can still do stuff with. So over here we have this piece, and I'm just gonna throw that flower right there. I do kind of like curling the leaves a little bit or wiggling the petals, you know, just to bring them a little bit of dimension. I know this is gonna get smooshed because it's on the inside layer, but gosh, we can make it look pretty for a minute, can't we? I know once you send it, it's all smushed, but we'll make the effort right now. Okay, so there's the inside. And then we've got this panel right here. Now we could leave this plain like this. We could stamp on it, or we could put this as some DSP. So any of those options will completely work. So here's what I'm thinking. Let's put a piece of DSP here. And let's see, I've got, that's not quite, will that fit? Not quite. Let's see what I've got for DSP in here. Ooh. 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 Let's do that. All right, so this piece was 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then, so cute. So you could actually write on this if you wanted, or it's just pretty. And then I also want a piece for the outside of my card. So I'm gonna pull, I can do either that one. Oh, do I have another piece? I could do this on the front, but that's kind of busy. I was hoping I had another piece of Coastal Cabana in here, but I might have used them all because I love that color so much. You know me. What do we have? I've got a lot of Bermuda Bay. We might have to use Bermuda Bay just because I happen to have it. And it's got, I think, some of these look like Coastal Cabana, right? All right. So first things first, let's adhere this right here. Okay, and then I'm thinking we're gonna do this one. So we'll cut this to be 4 by 5 1/4. Actually, I'm gonna do 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, because I can put a layer of Coastal Cabana on here to kind of tie it all together. So we're going to do a 4 by 5 1/4 Coastal Cabana, and then our card background piece will be black, and that will make it all look perfect. Okay, now you could do like a black card, but since this is the opening, you can do just a 1/4 sheet of black, and that's what I'm going to do. Because otherwise we're getting to where there's a lot of layers. Okay, So our Bermuda Bay piece really does work pretty nicely because kind of that lighter tone of Bermuda Bay sure looks an awful lot like Coastal Cabana. So it's like you got both bonus Coastal Cabana in your packet, right? That's my story and I'm sticking to it. All right, and there is that. Okay. Now I can place this right on here and it's going to look fabulous. And then we do need to add our sentiment, which I just realized we don't have at this very moment. So I'll center that up on here. Sorry. Okay, so for my sentiment, lots and lots of options. I'm thinking, well, I've got this hello sitting right here. I'm not 100% sure where this came from. It was just sitting on my desk and it's really bugging me. So I got to trim off the excess rubber because I can already see I've caught edges with it. I don't know what set this is from, so bear with me, but there's a lot of sets that have the word hello in it. But I'm going to stamp that in black on here. Hello. Hello. So cute. And then we'll embellish. And then we're going to do one more, like I said, one more version of this card. Super simple. All right. But before we do that, obviously, some embellishing needs to occur. Okay, so I'm going to get out my iridescent rhinestones because they go with everything and they're fabulous. All right, so I'm going to embellish with 2 small and 1 medium size. Oh, maybe I'll do, yeah, large. 2 small and a large rhinestones on there. And oh, so cute. Now you can write here and you can write here. Okay, so fun. And ooh, Sarah has a great suggestion. She said you could make this a little pocket for a gift card. That is a fantastic idea. So a gift card would fit in there just fine. To make that happen, we could just glue on the edges and then we could punch like a little thumb hole right there. Oh, I love that idea, Sarah. Good job. Thank you. Okay, so that is super cute. Now let's do a simplified version of this. We've got all these leftover flowers, right? So we got to do something fun with them. And what I am thinking is something that looks a little like this. What if we took a plain old white card base? Now I'm thinking this is like something if you needed a bunch of cards, or if you maybe you wanted to make an invitation or a set of cards for a friend, or you know, whatever. This would be a really easy way to do it. And so let's see, I'm going to just take this, stamp my leaf right here, and another one over here like that. So it's just gonna kind of sit on top. So cute. And then I'm gonna take and add my sentiment to this. I'm going to use the Sentimental Park, which is part of this suite. And I'm going to do Thinking of You. No, I'm going to do Let's Celebrate. changed my mind. Let's celebrate. Okay. We'll stamp this at the very bottom underneath. Ooh. Yeah. I got this from the home office, this brand new block. It's never been used and I can't use it quite yet. I'm not ready. It's so nice. Oh, I think that's funny. Let's celebrate. Okay. Super duper simple. Now we can add a little something to make this card a little bit more exciting though. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little of this DSP. We've got some left over. So what if we took like 3/4 of an inch, trimmed it off, and added it to the spine of our card like that. That just adds such a fun little touch. I think actually I'm going to scooch it over because I like the look of it. We'll attach that right there. It's a great way to use your scraps up when you've got scraps of DSP, which I know y'all have because I've got them myself and I know you do too. And somewhere I have a pair of snips. Okay, we'll trim the excess off. And then if you really want to add another touch to this, you could take some of your white baker's twine from the Baker's Twine Essential Pack and tie that on. So here we've used a punch. We've used our leftover scraps of cardstock and DSP. I should say our leftover punched images and just a little bit of ink. And I didn't use both colors on here, but like I've got plenty of Mango Designer Series paper. So this is good. Whatever shade of Designer Series paper you've got strips of, that's the color you can do your flower in, you know. Or you could do Granny Apple Green. Add just a little bow along the edge and look at how simple this card is, but it's super cute and is a great way to use your supplies. And I mean, hello, we got to embellish. I'm just going to take a little one and put it in the center here. And there's a super simple card. Okay, so super easy and a bit more complex, but both super cute. So really fun. Now, I think I've shared this probably a multitude of times before, but we'll share it again. I always take my leftover bits and put them in with my stamp set in a clear envelope. So all these leftover bits we're going to throw in here. Okay. And I mean, we could throw one in with our inside of our card too. Like you could add that to the inside if you want. But I'll throw all of these in. Oh, actually, I already had one started. We'll throw all of this into our stamp set. And then when I go to use my stamp set again, they're in there ready to go. Okay. So they'll fit in a clear envelope. We sell those clear envelopes in the catalog too. They're with other envelopes. So 2 versions, both super cute. Okay, I've got one more card to do, and this one is going to come together pretty quick. This is, so I was working on my Sunshine and Creativity Delivered boxes, the PDF today. They're going out a little late this month because I was at the home office last week. But our boxes are super fun, and they were all about color this month. And we featured the Heavenly Hollyhocks bundle, which I'll show you here in just a second. So this bundle, and when I was shooting, I was making a bonus video with some additional color combinations, and I stumbled quite literally on a color combination. And so I thought we'd make a card because I had a leftover die cut piece of this, and then I wanted to use those layers of cardstock. So I'm going to start with, I've got this piece of DSP, and let me show you my color combo because it's kind of fun. So these colors literally just happen to sit next to one another. That's how I found it. Like, it was literally a random thing. So they are Blushing Bride, Sweet Sorbet, Orchid Oasis, and Pear Pizzazz. So I thought, wow, that is a really cool color combo that just happened to kind of show itself to me. So I just loved that. And I think it is really fun when things kind of happen that way. Joy said, is there an easy way to keep the fun fold closed? You know, when you, first of all, once you throw that in an envelope and mail it, it will close. It'll stay closed. You could burnish it a little bit more. Someone suggested tying it with a ribbon. You could certainly do that. But I'm going to go with, once you throw it in an envelope, it'll stay closed. It just needs to be smooshed for a little bit. Okay, so sorry, back to our card. So I've got this combo of colors. I'm gonna take this and put them on a layer of cardstock. This is, I think, 3.5, but let me measure again. Ooh, where'd my trusty ruler go? Okay, oh, more like 3.25 by about 5. Not quite. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just put a bunch of adhesive on here. Woo, getting a little crazy. And we're gonna add these strips of cardstock. Now, all of these strips were in, I had to trim them a little bit, but all of these strips were in my drawers of scraps. So I knew I had them ready to go. And well, yes, we'll probably have to trim this off just a smidgen. So each strip is an 1.125 inches. I think I was thinking about 1.25 inches, and I knew that'd be too long, and it was. So I'll just we'll trim all of this up. Now for this, I kind of like to use snips, just because sometimes when you're trying to cut stuff like this in your trimmer, it just doesn't trim very great, because it's, you want it to be really straight. And sometimes, you just get it off a little, and that's annoying. Okay, so here we go. I just like using, now you could, certainly cut them though. Okay, so first of all, doesn't this just look like spring? Maybe a little springy, a little summery. I love the colors. They're just so fun and bright. And then we're going to decorate it by putting this die cut right over the top. How fun is that? Now you could 100% for sure take and stamp in the background, but I kind of like the simplicity of this. The die is pretty busy, so I want to let the die really kind of show itself. And I just think this is super simple. Now I put this on a layer of white, a 4 by 5.25 white, and then onto a crumb cake cardstock. You could do white, but sometimes it gets to be a lot of white, if you know what I mean. So I love the crumb cake because it really tones it down and it allows these colors to really pop even further. So that's kind of my reasoning why I chose it that way. So what I'm going to do is attach this to my card, and then to my crumb cake card base. Then I'm going to pop this layer up. Again, if you wanted to, there's some lovely little flower images in this set. You could stamp several of those on here. I would do them in Versamark. That way you don't have to have the right color of ink and you can stamp over layers and whatnot. But I'm going to just stick with the simple because I think this die cut is so pretty, and I'm not putting my dimensionals where I need to. I think the die cut is so pretty, and it's really the focus of this piece. Okay, So we'll just put that on here like so. Now I'm going to attach this, but I also want to leave a little room for my sentiment, which I probably should have stamped before. And I'm going to do, this is the hello that comes in this stamp set. You could do in Pear Pizzazz, you could do Versamark, you could do white, you could do white heat embossing, you could do whatever you want. I'm going to do Pear Pizzazz ink on my Pear Pizzazz cardstock. Oh, looks fabulous. All right, and then to adhere this, real easy, I'm going to take my handy dandy silicone craft sheet, some liquid glue, and my sponge, and we're going to stick this bad boy together. Okay. So you don't need ink on the, or you don't need glue on the whole thing. Also, you do need the whole thing on the silicone sheet though. You just want enough so that it will stick to your card like so. And look at that. It's really simple and pretty and not too complicated. You know, I mean, there's one die cut on here. That's doable. And then if you find a little piece that's still stuck in the center, you can use your poking tool to get rid of it. And look at how pretty that is. So that is the Heavenly Hollyhocks. And then if you want, you can add some stamping to the inside. Here's where you can use those little flowers I mentioned. And stamp them in here. Actually, I love stamping white craft ink inside my cards. So let me pull that out. And I'm just going to stamp these little flowers. Now these coordinate with this stamp set. We'll just stamp a few of those on the inside. Kind of like so. To add a little pretty. There we go. So easy. We also have, sorry, these little branchy things. So we'll add a couple of those. And I'm getting ink all over the place. It's all good. But there we go. Oh, so pretty. So let me show the projects that we made today. Let me clear off a space big enough to show the projects we did today. Got kind of stuff all over, but that's the sign of a good stamping session, right? Okay, our first project was that fun collage with the bee. So we've got a lot of different styles today. Then we did our fun fold with the punch, and then our simple card with the punch. And then we did our beautiful little flower with the die cut. So a little bit of everything today. Lots of fun stuff. Lots of, I hope, lots of little tips and tricks along the way. I sure hope you liked them. Now, a couple things. If you haven't already, give me the thumbs up. That really helps me so much. I'd appreciate it so much. Only about half of you have done it so far, so pretty pleased with sugar on top. Also, if there's any of these things you would like to purchase, please, please, please shop my online store. That really helps me continue to bring these awesome videos to you for free each month, or each week, I should say. And also, if you have not signed up for my watercolor stamp camp or my 2 classes this month, one features the Petal Park bundle and the other is the Sea Turtle, please sign up. Just drop me an email and I'll give you the registration. Otherwise, guys, I will see you right back here next week. I hope you have a fabulous week and we'll see you soon. Have a great evening.